Hello and welcome back to part 2 of our Fallout 76 2023 August 22nd update. Trying to cover some of the changes for starting players that were made when the update came out. At the end of our last video, see that we leveled up, so you should, before we investigate the Wayward, we should have leveled up. I'll show you. We went ahead and put a point in intelligence to help with extra XP, and then I took the concentrated fire card, so we should be able to get in some good headshots now with our gunslinger and concentrated fire perks. Also, as you can see in our status, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry, Mr. Fumblefingers. We're still well rested, still vault fed. But we have done some cooking. I'm going to save that for later, some of that. Let's go do... We're going to loot next door before we go into the Wayward. Get our XP bonus for that. If you need to rest here, this is a free place. Let's get some of this good scrap. Again, early on, you're going to want to loot everything that is not nailed down. Here's a bed. We can run next door. Oh, someone's sleeping. He won't mind. We take these things. All right. Well, that's all good. I believe these are just empty bottles. Yes, we don't really need any empty bottles the moment. There's also some fertilizer we can grab. Get that later as well. Another empty bottle. And we'll come back for Bessie and the cows later as well. Just to cover, I'm assuming that everyone that's watching this has already played this once, but here are some vending machines. I don't recommend using them because of the prices. They're kind of just in case of emergency. Let's go ahead and get our 10 mil ready, because as we enter, if you remember from before or if you're new, we'll have this raider interaction. We'll have a quick gunfight as we help out Duchess.
Lady, I will paint the walls with...
Honey, you picked the wrong time to get a drink.
What are you... Hey! Who the hell are you? None of your damn business.
What's going on is that this one seems to think I know where this big treasure is, and that I'm building my new bar out of refuse for fun.
Lady, this is your last warning. Our crew is getting that treasure. And I will happily send you both to the great goddamn beyond if you don't start explaining where I
again
can
with
find
the
what's
cussing.
ours.
Now, one option I did not explore in my 2022 walkthrough was you can actually join his raider gang if you want, And you can follow this by joining the gang. You get a special sneaky mask. I don't use the sneaky mask because I use the veil from the Mistress of Mysteries. But let's ask about the treasure.
Business, not yours. And unless I start getting answers right now, I'm gonna start shooting people.
Well, that's okay. I don't know if you can see over to the left. Mort will be covering us. Again, let's just go ahead and cut to the chase for the sake of time and attack.
Don't worry, I'll make it quick.
I told you it was gonna
There, we
end
didn't
badly.
take too much damage.
Now I'm hoping you're here to have a drink and play nice. I've had a gun pointed at me more than enough for one day.
So let's go ahead and let's do a little looting in here before we come back and talk to her. Because we're going to want to sell her, come on, some stuff. Get that rat poison. Get this for the wood. Some bottles. These are preserved inside there. So let's go ahead and talk to her.
Well, not exactly the introduction to the Wayward I would have hoped for. Well, sorry about that, darling. First round's on me. Name's Duchess. There's something I could do for you.
And she gives us the Duchess Dram. We can ask her about the treasure.
Your guess is as good as mine, sweetheart. He busted in here saying I needed to turn over the location of some fella named Crane, who I guess I must have served at some point or another. Since then, a steady stream of miscreants has been making my life irritating. Not exactly good for a budding business.
Alright, let's see if we can
Now
help
that
her
you
out.
mention it, I could use an extra pair of hands. See, that boy you put down, he's not the first of his crew to roll in here, but I want him to be the last. Normally, I'd send my people out to clean house, but my muscles run off, so I don't have the bodies to spare right now. But I'm willing to pay good money if you put an end to this for me. So, what do you say?
Oh yeah, sure, we'll help out.
That's what I was hoping. So, the details. Now, each of these boys came in asking after Crane. I'm thinking we can make that work for us. How would you grab the attention of a bunch of single-minded thugs?
I'll give her.
Well, aren't you a smart cookie? And I think I know just how to do it. Just give me 1 second.
And it really doesn't matter what options you pick. She's still going to go ahead and create this schematic for you to build.
Okay.
And we're still going to follow her plan of building the crane
I just
sign
want you to know,
to attract.
architecture ain't exactly my forte. Huh, not half bad.
The rest of the raider
So
group.
what I've chicken scratched together here for you is the schematic for one custom-made Crane Treasure Hunting Inc. sign. If I didn't butcher the plans too bad, it's got a little system built in that'll make sending out an advertisement and getting this gang's attention a snap. You just need to build it, use the tape it spits out to tell the world you're open for business, and then convince any punks that show up to tell you where their boss is hiding. They did teach you all how to build from schematics up in that vault of yours, didn't they?
Well, sure.
That's the spirit.
Hey, if you need a refresher, good old Morty Mort can help you out.
What are you on about, Mordecai?
Hey, nah, I'm not bragging or anything, but I've got some tapes that cover that very subject.
Oh, Mort, not the tapes. Well, you find yourself wanting a refresher? Talk to Mort. Of course, you're gonna need materials, but we should have enough lying around to cover you there. Get you together a little care package. Throw some rations in there, too, so you don't starve on me. And so you know, you might have to break some of this scrap down for parts. But I can spot you some workbench materials, too, since you're doing me such a big one. Who knows? Maybe you'll learn something while you do it. Now, you ready to get this show on the road?
Well, let's go ahead and ask about the Overseer before we finish this conversation.
Overseer, huh? So you must be the one. No, I haven't seen her, but I have heard her. My people found a tape just on the other side of the road that it seems she left behind for one of her dwellers, though it's a bit out of date now. Maybe it was waiting there for you. Happy to give it to you, so long as you're still willing to help us.
Oh yeah, we're still willing to help.
Hot dog. Be good to have those dolts off our back at long last. Just make sure, once you find out where they're hiding, that their leader gets the message. The Wayward gets left alone. And here, that Overseer tape. Sounds like she set up that camp across the way so her people could get some practice in self-reliance. Probably
All right.
worth looking into if you think you could use a refresher.
We will. We'll listen to her tape in just a minute. As we complete the Wayward Soul, get some XP, get some rewards. Let's see what we get as a reward. Alright. Lots of good stuff. Starts the Hunter for Hire quest where we help the Duchess get rid of her raider problem. Wait for this to clear. Alright, let's go talk to Morton. Also starts the first contact quest. Alright. And we've already... Batter is his name. Let's go ahead and talk to Mort and get his tapes.
Glad to hear Vault-Tec actually took care of some of their people. You hear these rumors, right, about them just throwing folks to the wolves. Here's some rations and a fancy suit. Good luck.
Well, not
Well,
anymore.
don't you worry, that smooth
As
little
we've covered
face.
in this
You
series
are
of
in good
tutorials,
company now.
that
'Cause around here,
you're now
we
getting a
look
weapon
after
and some armor as you leave the camp.
Now, what can I do for you?
Alright.
Listen, friend, you happen to be talking to the exact right person to fix your predicament. But if I'm gonna help you, I want something in return. All right, listen, I got this plan. You're gonna help me get rich. See, the folks who made it big off the gold rush, they weren't the prospectors. They were the folks that sold them their shovels. Now, I don't do shovels. What I collect is knowledge. I can go all sorts of places you folks with your rad-sucking skin can't. So, I'm selling what I've got between my ear holes, and you're gonna test it for me. I made these holotapes. Now, this set's all the info I dug up about that camp doohickey you Volters got. All I'm asking is you give them a listen and let me know what you think.
Sure, I'll listen.
You will? Oh, thank you. I mean, thanks. Just come back once you've taken them out for a test drive. Now, there anything else you wanted to chat about?
No, not really.
Some other time then.
Yes, in the interest of time. So, as we loot, let's listen to his... Well, also, let's go to our notes. We've learned some plans. We now have the plan for the crane hunting sign. We got this recipe. Got a bunch of junk, some mods, ammo. But let's go to his holotape. So holotape, Mort's holotape number 1. I probably should have turned off all these.
Tiny fisted rat belt.
Alright.
McCoy.
in his most
And welcome
professional
to the
voice.
first of Headmaster Mort's edutapes. Today we're talking about your camp. Now, former Vault resident or someone who killed a Vault resident, let's start off with the basics. Placing your camp. When plunking down your camp, C-A-M-P, that's an acronym, for the first time.
Yes, we know what an acronym is, Mort, thanks.
Where'd that here we go. Remember to take the lay of the land. Consider the grade of the terrain, general defensibility, and proximity to your surroundings. Could that clip
Pack of
that
smokes
be
to
used
sell.
protect your flank? You bet your chops it could. Once you found the perfect spot, it's time to move on to the best part of working with your camp. Construction! Construction can be an intricate process, so a steady hand and an eye for detainment, details. Damn, I had to get that one off. An eye for details.
It's okay,
are-
Mort. I have the same problem when I
You take a
record
moment to
videos. As
familiarize
I
yourself
too
with
get
the camp's
tongue-tied
patented
sometimes.
Intuitive construction.
I just try not to be so hard on myself.
But don't
Now here
worry.
is a
We'll cover construction in gory detail in the next
safe
of
that we can come
Headmaster
back.
Mort's edutapes.
Oh, that was a good
So
score. Some
long.
glue.
Bet your chops. Come on, Mort. What was that?
Here's another free bed to rest in if you want to. Again, we've got the new perk of being vault rested, which is still going on. All right, we'll listen to his tape number 2.
Hello, dedicated listeners. Welcome back to Headmaster
We don't have the
Mort's
the key for that
edutapes.
yet.
Today, in this second tape, we are talking construction. Now, the first
Now we
step
can
of
also loot
construction
behind the
is-
bar, but the most
What?
important thing
Is
to
that
loot
soda?
behind the bar
Soda's red, right? Wait, oh.
is
Electing. First, electing
this
what
pepperoni
you're going
roll.
to build. Once you've
When you
made
eat the
that
pepperoni
election,
roll,
it's
it
just
gives you,
3 easy questions to construction
you're gonna leave the plate,
success.
and every time we come back,
Is the
there'll be a
location of
pepperoni
something
roll
going
sitting
to
right
work
here.
for
It
an
helps
object
with
of the
carry weight
size
when you
and
eat it.
shape I'm building?
Until
2,
you
have
complete
I read
all
the
of the
schematics
Duchess's
thoroughly?
quests.
And 3, do I have all the
So every
required
time we stop by,
materials
we'll
to
have to remember to
put
grab
the
that
hell
pepperoni
on my
roll.
notes? Saul! If I find out it was you, you're
Ooh,
gonna
a toaster, that's great.
Just finished, Mort. Short on materials? Loot the local junkyard, mills, and warehouses for parts.
Let's see if we
Missing a
can get
critical
this.
schematic? Your local vendors might have just what
Ah,
you're looking
darn it,
for.
trapped us in. Stop that.
And on that note,
We wanted this
has been
stuff.
Headmaster Mort's edutapes. See you again soon. Solomon, so help me, this better be
We want this Abraxo. All right, we'll listen to his third and final tape.
Welcome back, lovely listeners, to Headmaster Mort's final tape in the camp series, powering your camp. After listening to the second tape, you should already be well trained.
We probably have
enough
enough
to build a
ceramics,
generator.
but these don't weigh
If you
much.
haven't yet done
It's
so,
okay.
I'll wait. Do.
Silver plate we want.
Screw it. Alright, I'll assume you nailed it. Now, generators are the heart of your camp power system.
See if there's another
Once your
silver
generator is
plate.
built, all you need to do
We don't
is
need any of
connect
this
it to the object
glass,
that
or
needs
we're
power
probably
with
pretty
the
good
wire.
on
So,
steel.
be aware your wire will need a clear, unobstructed path to establish and maintain a direct connection.
I think that's
Some objects,
enough
however,
looting
like
here.
some
Let's
light
see if
bulbs,
this are
do
these
not require a direct connection.
bottles or are these booze.
All you need to do is run a wire from your generator to a power pylon. Place the power pylon near your lights,
Come on.
then voila! Let there be lights!
Not gonna let us pick that up.
This has been Headmaster Mort's Camp Construction
Come on.
Holotapes. Please check back with Headmaster Mort himself
All
at
right.
the Wayward to learn more about
Let's
his
do
other
some
training
trading.
courses, including Mort, can I still eat this? And mutations. Am I a monster now? And thanks again for listening.
So
Ha!
let's go ahead and
Nailed
sell
it.
these. As you can see, she's got 1,400 caps. We're going to go ahead and sell these. Sell our clothing that we picked up. Let's sell all our booze and pre-war food. Got lots of, sell this old possum. We're going to keep the sugar bombs though, because those are an important ingredient. And wine, we're going to keep this wine because it's a great placeholder. I'll show you in a minute. Aid. These healing salves, look, they only gradually restore a small amount of health, and we got plenty of stim packs. Also, if I want to use Rad-X, I do not want a diluted version, so we'll sell all of that. We've got tons of Radaway here. Let's sell most of that. Although I am going to keep the Radaway diluted. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to sell all of these because we have such few rads that the diluteds will help us out. Same thing with, I don't want a diluted stim pack, so let's go ahead and sell that. Because these chems do weigh, so this stuff can and will add up. Only have 3 bobby pins. Unfortunately, she doesn't have any to sell. Luckily, we have 3. And let's go over to junk and sell her our cigarettes. As well as, let's see, where was our... Alright, that's... Okay, that's all good. We don't have any mods, right? Nope. Alright, so we picked up a pretty penny there. Let's run across the street and scrap before we leave this area. And we can also listen to the Overseer's tape, where she will give us our next waypoint of Flatwoods. So, go ahead and clear all these other waypoints.
Clean up this.
Oh.
Fix that. Ugh, it never seems to end.
The things we saw on the way here, enough to make you wish Bessie still had her guns.
If those raiders
Alright, so we'll listen to her camp.
Overseer's log, south of Vault 76. I knew this wasn't going to be the Appalachia I remember.
All kind of folks hanging out here.
Mutated animals, haywire bots, and
Speaking of mutated animals, let's run over here and see if we can't milk
we have to be ready to rebuild.
some of these cows.
What I can confirm is
There, we got 2 Brahmin milk. Please don't be greedy. Leave some for others.
Vault Tech was
The
prepared.
milk does spoil.
You see this? The cookings, the workbenches,
Got a
all
log
built
here.
with the camp. You need a home base out there. The construction and assembly mobile platform is designed to give you one.
All right.
Just add resources,
Start doing some
planning,
scrapping.
and a little elbow grease. When you move your camp, everything you've built is stored, ready to be placed back down in the new area. Use this to establish a foothold whenever you're in unfamiliar territory.
Now, as you,
I've left my camp behind so you can use it. I know I'm breaking my own advice by not taking it with me.
I'm not going to scrap
But after
these
seeing
because,
Appalachia
as
for
you can
myself,
see, it only weighs a
I need
pound,
to
but
make
it's
sure
got a
every
bunch,
resident of 76 has
and that
a
only
safe
weighs a
haven
pound,
they
and
can
that has a
start
bunch
from.
of scrap. So we're going to
I'll
save
make do
those,
without it.
because
If
that's a
it's
good
still
way to carry
standing,
scrap.
The town of Flatwoods is further down this road.
I am going to go
Find
ahead
me
and
there.
scrap this and hopefully
This is
get a
the
mod.
overseer.
Let's see.
Signing off.
Alright, a suppressor, so that's going to be fantastic. Now we do have this pipe pistol. As you can see, it does 13 damage. And let's compare it to our trusty 10 mil that we've been using. So the 10 mil 17, so we're still better off using the 10 mil for now. Problem is we don't have any mods for the 10 mil yet. So that being said, let's go ahead and scrap that pipe pistol and see if we get a mod out of it. Yep. Well, a true short barrel, that's not of much help. Now before we run off from the camp, I'm going to run down here. There's this little checkpoint set up with some Brotherhood of Steel initiates or hopefuls.
They will, then I want to be a part of it. Think I'll make the cut?
No.
We are all links in the chain, bound in brotherhood.
Yeah, more power to you. So there can be some, yep, pretty good scrap here. Short hunting rifle, that's fantastic. Some dirty water.
This looks like the start of a real force in the wasteland. Not sure if I should be thrilled or terrified.
And yeah, I was going to say there's usually some ammo right there. Great, some 45 ammo.
We have to cut
That will
ourselves free
definitely
from
come in
America
handy.
to rebuild America.
Now, I was a little bit rude. We have all these settlers here. Might as well spend a minute and talk to them. Sometimes you
Nice
get...
day.
Hey.
Afternoon.
Hello, Mr. Group Leader.
So what's your story, Dweller? At least it's nice out, right?
Yeah.
I hope we can set up more settlements like Foundation.
Sometimes when you interact...
I hope we can set up more settlements like
Sports
Foundation.
till the ferals don't get you.
Clean up this, fix that.
Alright, that was no use. But sometimes they'll offer to trade items or give you an item. So it's always good to interact with them. Now I just want to make sure, yes, all of our stuff is boiled except for this treated left leg because we found a treated mod. Let's go ahead and scrap the weapons that we found. Hopefully get some more mods. Let's see. Alright. Not that that weighs much, but... Okay, we're at 103 of 175, so that's pretty good. I'm going to turn off... Well, before we run, it never hurts to have a good melee weapon. So, I prefer the machete to the hatchet. As you can see, the component-wise, it's just a little bit different. For some reason, the hatchet requires oil, screw, and wood. Machete, leather, plastic, screw, and steel. I'll go ahead and take this machete. You know what? we've got the components. I'm going to build one of each because I can't remember which had the better mods. So, modify repair. So there was no mod. I thought we had gotten a mod for the hatchet. I guess not. So that was a waste. Oh, cancel. Let's check this machete. I thought that we had, yeah, the serrated blade. So we can go ahead and just scrap that. Yes. And let's go ahead and favorite that as well. And we've already crafted armor, so I'm going to turn that off. And we'll follow the waypoint. Wait, to get on down to Flatwoods and catch up with the Overseer.
Stay on your toes. Wasteland is merciless.
Ain't no problem. As a matter of fact, okay, so we have both these weapons ready, and even though we're still fully fed and hydrated for at least another 25 minutes, which should get us through this video, I am going to go ahead and I want some additional AP. Oh, I'm going to sort this by spoilage. There we go. And that's why I like to keep the wine, because it's always at the very bottom, and so it's very easy for me to see what's about to spoil next. Did we not? Corn soup. Here we go. I'm going to have some corn soup because that helps with AP regen. And not worried about rad resistant at the moment. You know, before I run off, looks like got ahead of myself. Let's do a little cooking. Should have done that. Kind of feels silly. Let's go ahead and get this XP. Oh. See, we can run down here and get some water to boil. This is the quickest way to get water. Will give us a few rads, but we do have our Brahmin milk. I'll show you why that's handy here in a second. So let's go ahead and collect a bunch of dirty water. Yeah, that gave us some rads. That's fine. Boil up this water. soups. Nope. Okay, we're all good. And we can store all our junk before we go. And let's go ahead and store the spoiled vegetables, because we'll use that for fertilizer later. There's a new player, level 5 player. One thing I did want to, when it comes to eating, okay, so we now have corn soup that gives us plus a 3% AP regen. Let's say you eat something that gives you an extra 2 of endurance, and then the next thing that you eat or drink has an effect of giving you +1 endurance. The latest thing that you eat, or most recent thing that you eat and drink, will be the bonus you get. So you don't want to a good bonus. Now let's see what's going on. He's not very happy camper. And let's go ahead and have that Brahmin milk now. There it is. As you can see, it removes 25 rads. And we're good. Now we want to go into sneak mode, because there's always a pack of wild mongrels up here by this telephone pole. And they're feasting. There's always one that stands right there. Let's see if we can get him. Now they'll come after us. Oh, we're still hidden. Fantastic luck. Because they want to stand right there and feed. Should be one more. If they swarm you, that's why you want the melee weapon. Because they will get right back behind you, and the easiest thing there, well, oh, that's a rad stag doe up there. There should be. Well, maybe I got them all. Get that mongrel meat, some more rad stag and some hide. Ah, I guess I did get them. Good deal. How about that? Good shooting on my part. You're going to want a lot of wood early for all the cooking, and especially when you build your camp, a lot of what you do is going to take a lot of wood. Okay, we see a settler here we can talk to.
Building this place up is hard work.
Hey, Scavenger. Scavenger NBC.
You got any bobby pins on you?
Oh,
Sure would make my life easier.
yeah, it'd make my life easier too, so sorry.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, I'm not going to part with my precious bobby pins. Now around the side here is this crate. Get an explosives mine out of that. Now, up here we have Green Country Lodge, and as you can see, there's a mole rat. There's several mole rats. I like to run and jump up on that car. Ah! Maybe not. It's time to melee. Where'd you go? There'll be one more. There's usually, I want to say 3. Before I was so rudely interrupted by the mole rats, what I like to do is sprint and jump on top of that car and gun them down before they come and find me over here. Here's some. Let's see if we can get one of these doze. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow, that worked out well. Usually they sprint around. Wow. Well, where did our mole rats go? Darn it. Perhaps we should have picked up the mole rats before we gunned down the radstags, but we got plenty of meat and leather now. That's frustrating. Would have liked to have had those mole rats to cook, but I guess you can't have everything. Always check the mailboxes. Not that we necessarily driver, but every little bit helps. Speaking of every little bit helps, you don't want to get this Nuka-Cola that's over here. And, oh, something that, maybe the mole rats got that possum. I don't know.
Scorched to the ferals don't get you. Rats will.
See what other goodies are here. Oh, a cane. It's another melee weapon.
It's hard work making a living out here.
Some pencils. If you followed any of my other tutorials, you know how I love pencils. Excellent source of lead and fairly lightweight. Somewhere in the distance I hear a radio playing classical music. I don't think that's going to trigger any.
It's just about time to eat.
We want to run around back behind here. I'm going to leave those suit flowers for now. There's this with a bunch of aluminum cans. Some hot dogs that I would not recommend eating. They're good to sell for now. Later there will be
Now that people have come back
hot dog eating quest as you try to work on your scouting badges. And here, yeah, there's usually that rad roach. Got him. And also this weight room will spawn weights. Like here's some barbells. It's a good source of lead, but extremely heavy, as you can see. We'll take those cigarettes, though. They don't weigh much, and we can sell them. There's, let's turn that off. We can listen to this Jim Notes tape from this Australian traveling salesman.
Arm day. 3 sets of 12 reps. Let's see. Dumbbell bicep curls, tricep extensions, and back extensions, yeah.
Come on.
About the lack of proper equipment. No bother. Chin up. Only 8 more luxury coffins to make quota in backwoods. I mean, Flatwoods. Difficult given the financial situation around here. Just need to remind them of our friends the Chinese. I'll be back on the plane to Ipswich within a fortnight. Gather it'll be the bench press today. Yet again.
I'm not going to pick up the weights this time because I'm not sure where our carry weight is.
It's hard work making a living out here.
Now this is a lot. Luckily we have 3 bobby pins now. And luckily I opened it on the first take. Get some good chems out of that. We'll go up here and then we can find out who's been doing all this talking. He's usually up here making repairs. There he is. We can talk to him. Just not. Is he done getting up? Come on.
Hey there. Oh, in my downtime, I love reading those magazines. How about you? Have you read them before?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have a few spares that I scavenged. You look like you read Guns and Bullets, huh? What do you say?
Oh, yeah.
You want it?
Yes, thank you.
Hope you enjoy. Foundation might be coming along, but we got a lot more
Now, alarm
work to do.
clocks. For nuclear material, here's a leather right arm. We can scrap. Don't need, well, gold-plated glass. We might get some gold out of that when we scrap it.
Clean up this, fix
Nothing in
that.
the dresser.
Never seem to end.
Nothing in the trash. Did I get everything over here? Yeah, I decided I didn't want the empty blood sack. Take the table lamp. Screwdriver, I guess. You get the wood from the handle. In here, oh, here's some pack of cigarettes, hairbrush, some Med-X. Soap is good because it breaks down for oil.
Oh, I'm sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
More Med-X. That's great. I'll take this for the rubber and the wood. And there's a can of blue paint around here. You can grab it. It's a source of lead. There's nothing down that way. You can run down here.
Scorched to the ferals don't get you.
Then I'll take that mop for the wood. I think we've got plenty of steel. I'm going to leave that bucket. There's not anything back around here, so don't worry about that. There's a Nuka-Cola machine over here that will often have some good yields. Yep, a quantum. Fantastic. Well, we didn't want the bottle, but we do want the quantum and we do want the cherry. And another. I don't recommend going out, wading out into that. That's just a ton of unnecessary rads. Take the life preserver. See what's in here. Squirrel on a stick. Fantastic. There's a little chem box here. Some more purified water. Yeah, the loot from that skeleton is not worth the rads. No mail. And we'll come back for Willie Mae. So we'll come back for Willie Mae. She'll be part of our Flatwoods. Oh, dang it. Roach came out of nowhere. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and make a beeline for the church and do a couple of quick quests, and we should level up again. There we go, leveled up and completed a challenge. Gives us perk packs. So let's go ahead and look at that real quick. Yes, let's open this perk pack because that is going to determine where we put our points. So I'm going to go ahead and put another point into agility. And I'm going to see if under charisma, again, ammo seems to be no problem anymore. Chems really seem to be no problem. Hacker. Lone Wanderer, that's the card I'm looking for, but let's also see what other cards. Dromedary can be a good card, but hopefully you get that for free in some of your perk packs. Green Thumb is good. Butcher's Bounty is good. Then there's our good Rifleman, but we want Lone Wanderer. Although that's going to require charisma of 2, so I guess maybe we don't. A good one to look for would be lockpick. I guess if we've gotten that one for free in our perk pack. Lead belly is also good. Let's do first aid. I'll take the first aid card. So, equip that, and we can rank this one up. So now our pistols are doing even more damage. Unfortunately, the cards we got, these two, we can't use yet because we're not high enough level. And before we start, well, let's go ahead and I'll do this little part and then we'll call it a day. So you're going to run into her. Let's go ahead.
Are you here for the responder training?
Oh, as a matter of fact, I am.
You're not alone. A lot of people come here because of that radio message the responders left. That's what brought me here too. At first, I was planning to just do the training and move on, but honestly, I kind of like it here. I really enjoy meeting all the people that pass through and hearing their stories. Wait a minute. Are you one of those people who was in Vault 76?
Yeah, let me guess. This Vault 76 jumpsuit. Yeah, you got a good eye. What gave it away?
I knew it! I could tell just by looking at you.
And the big 76 on my back.
Must be so amazing, with the robots and all the machines and having everything you need every day. Best of all, you're safe, which, let me tell you, is a thing us outsiders very rarely get to feel. Though I guess you're one of us now, so that's all in the past for you.
All right, yak, 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 yak. You can talk to her. She's not going to give us any.
See ya.
Okay. That's good. Let's put this gun away for a second. Here, we can...
Chloe's my pet. Or maybe I'm hers. I'm not sure.
We'll come back for that water. Let's, first of all, here's what we're looking for. The Overseer's log. Let's go ahead and listen to that.
Overseer's log.
We'll get some plans. Some more ammo.
My God. There's no one here. The old tavern, the church, people were using them for shelter, but...
We'll do some looting while she talks.
Patience we expected. There's something else. A disease. I was attacked by... Well, it used to be a person. But it had these green, glowing lesions, and its voice. Angry. Tortured. We are one. One what? Whatever happened here is beyond anything we expected. Expected a lot. Before they were wiped out, the survivors called themselves the responders.
More good beds that you can
Looks
sleep
like they were
in.
made of firefighters, police, emergency medical staff. They even have an automated system to teach people about treating water, food, survival. I'm doing their tests, and you should too.
So you can see that put us overweight, but that's okay.
I know it's even
because
worse
right
than
up
we
here
imagined,
is
someone's
Chem
got
Station
to
where
know
we can
where
loot.
the missile silos are, and how to secure them. The responders are the best lead we have. This is the Overseer.
Do a little scrapping.
Signing off.
Menace. I'm gonna go ahead and scrap this. It's level 5. We can't use it. Maybe, hopefully, we get a mod. Let's see. Nope. I've been picking up these life preservers because, as you can see, not only we get rubber, but for some reason they have a spring in them. And you'll find springs very useful. Springs, screws, adhesive, nuclear material. Oh, no, don't do the pack of cigarettes. Those are kind of be choke points for your building. Ballistic weave. I'm not going to scrap this money. Believe it or not, we can sell it. As I told you before, you can get oil out of the soap, which is good. You'll need oil. I'm going to go ahead and it's level 5, so I can't use it. Let's scrap it. Maybe we get a mod. Nope. Same thing with the wrench. Oh. Thought we picked up a pipe wrench. All right. Go. And we can do some selling here as well. Take that pre-war money.
That overseer lady said more people would be coming.
And she was right. Here we are. It's nice to meet you too and be able to sell some stuff. So let's sell this frag mine.
It sure is great to see living human beings again.
Sell these hot dogs. We can keep the sugar bombs because we need those. We can keep the syrup. We need those.
A little luck, you'll do just fine out there.
And we have tons of stim packs now. Actually, I'm going to stash some. Let's buy some more bobby pins.
Hey, volunteer. If you need supplies, Bob's got you covered.
I'm going to sell these cigarettes. We can sell gold, but we actually, gold will come in handy for
while you're
some crafting that we'll do.
grab a stim pack or
So, as you can see, there's this water
after me. She's
water quality report where they've been testing water. The water is unsafe for drinking unless boiled thoroughly. So that's good to know. If you want to know more about the scorched disease, you can read Buzz's patient chart. And then also, if she'll get out of the way, there's this memo about the responders and volunteering. And you can, here's the responders database. Let's see right on top.
Hi there.
Well, we can't log in yet because, well, we can log in as a guest. So what they're saying is we now need to register as a responder. And we do that by running across the street. Heather, get out of the damn way. Thank you very much. Here, let's grab some of these things. Not the dish rag. There's some boil water, some Radex. So we'll call this is a good place to stop this video. Also want to notice, okay, we have the chem station.